What's going on, y'all? This is Dr. Hood. We back with another exclusive DRH19D Dr. Hood in the building. We on this DLG thing. We can't get off of the DLG, man. DLG just the dopest thing on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Genesis in the building.
What up?
Cleasy B,
What
Cleasy
up?
B,
What up?
TV. What's going on? This is a childhood partner of mine. You know what I'm saying? He got his own thing going on. I'll let him explain a little bit about that. I'll get everything set up for the show. What's going on, Cleese?
Man, what's up, man? It's your boy Cleasy B of Cleasy B TV. You can find my podcast on YouTube, all digital streaming platforms. Uh, yeah, I got my podcast, man, the Past Journey, Present Progression podcast. So what that's about, man, I have all entrepreneurs come on there, have them share a little bit of their backstory so they can relate to the people, I have them tell me a little bit about what gave them the idea to start the business that they started. Uh, I asked them like, what is the plans for their business moving forward? But the main thing I have them come on there for is like to give the people the first five things they did to start their business, right? Because a lot of people, they want to start businesses and stuff like that, but a lot of people don't do nothing because they just don't know where to start. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So uh, eventually, as the platform get bigger, I'm gonna have all sorts of type of different companies and entrepreneurs on there. But the idea is for like whatever industry you're trying to go into. I plan on having an episode on my channel so you can come there and watch that episode and at least get the first five steps to start in that industry. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of people, you see a lot of successful people, they always telling people like, man, you can do it too. I did it, but nobody never really tell you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And so at least my
Got
platform
you.
is going to give you the first five starting points, so it can make it a little
Yeah.
easier for you on said industry.
Right. To know if you're in the ballpark or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so that's what my platform is for, man. And it's been growing, and yeah, I appreciate you for having me up on here, Dr. Hood. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, we
You
go way back. We go way back. It's always support and things. Of course, we don't got as much time as we used to have to mess around. But shit, if I see you, it's gonna be like we've been hanging out every day, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's always been that way, bruh.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What's
You
going
know,
on,
because
Genesis? Oh no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead,
no, I was
go
just
ahead,
gonna
Chris.
say because that relationship was built organically. It wasn't built around like, how much money one of us got or none, no materialistic shit or nothing like that. That relationship was built organically. That's why we're able to stay rocking for so many years.
Yeah. Now I saw the hustling you. You saw the hustling me. You know what I'm saying? We both at the bottom, so
For
there's only
sure,
one way to go is up. So
for sure.
that's what
I can respect that.
try to stay focused and do what I do. I'm a resilient individual. We all go through our stuff. You know,
Yep.
uh, to get to where I want. I mean, I knew I was gonna have to go through a lot, and I'm prepared to take on that task and help other brothers get through. If I could be some type of inspiration, and if you do see me fall down, I tell people, losses don't last all year.
Sure, don't.
That's just
Right.
that day. Like if you lost that day, hopefully it ain't a life altering event. But if you took a loss, let's say last week, I mean, today's another day, man. I take every day. It's its own chapter every single day of my life. That goes with income. That goes with anything. I'm not about to just talk about what I made that month. I'm talking about what I made yesterday, what I made today.
Right.
That matters more to me. But that's just the entrepreneur mindset that I got that I've been had. So now we getting
Yeah.
it though. Let me let Genesis breathe on the meet. What's going on, lady?
Morning, morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Yes.
We always got to come with some controversial stuff. I always like your point of view. I just
Yeah.
want to let you know it's all out of
No,
respect.
he just likes to argue with me. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, it's
Likes
all
to
out of
argue.
respect. If I talk, we got a topic. It's about black women, or if it's about whatever. I love black women. I don't have anything against that. Of
Thank
course,
God.
they don't like some of our behavior patterns, and we don't like some of y'all's.
Oh, behavior patterns.
That's just what it is.
I
That's
know
what it
I don't
is.
come from the podcast world, but like in all honesty, I've always been a person where I can always I can always see certain things objectively. I can see all things objectively, and I can see it from both sides, and I can understand uh, where in the spectrum that I can make it make sense, or try to make it make sense from a woman's point of view. So,
Right, I got you.
That's
yeah.
real.
Well, I got a little clip, man. I check out my algorithm too. I like to see what YouTube
You-
has to offer me, based on the stuff that I've been watching. And I be over here at this channel, Lapeef Network. They really be throwing some dope live streams. It's very colorful up there. Black people, doing their thing. Sometimes it's a little simping. Sometimes it's females giving pushback and guys trying to, they run with Kevin Samuels. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. The
Mm,
guys on the panel, a
I
couple of
follow
them
him.
was close to Kevin Samuels, and they got the women on there. They got some strong personalities. A few of them is like regulars. A couple of them, I haven't really seen over there. Although I don't check them out too much. Right, too much of anything is bad for you. Right.
Mm.
Yes.
So now we just gonna bust in the door and just act like we was just walking by, but we gonna just bust in and see what they talking about. Let me know if you guys hear something egregious, or you just want me to pause it and you want to chop it. You know how we do.
Okay.
People. The goal personally for them is to want to have sex with one person, but sometimes it can kind of like get out of the way, and you start talking to you start dating multiple people.
Whoa. See,
Whoa.
I didn't think I was gonna pause it that fast.
Oh,
Whoa, what's going
Here's the
on, man?
thing. No, because I'm already know where she gonna go with that.
Because you're gonna have to,
know where
because
she
they're saying
going
a
with
lot of stuff. I hope you got your
Yeah.
cake ready.
I know, because I already know where she going with that. Continue.
Okay.
People, or you want to this person, or you have the person that's not the person you like isn't good in bed, so you like that person, but then you want to have somebody that's a little better, and when you have somebody that's bad at sex, like nobody wants to deal with that person.
Ooh.
Mm.
Is she cap or what?
It's not a
What's
cap.
going on?
she
It's not
talking
a
Not a
some
cap.
good
cap.
shit.
It's not a
Okay, so
cap.
the one you like, he probably he's not the one, right?
I have a friend that's right now that's dealing with that right now. Like she literally is in a relationship with a guy, and he's a great guy. Don't take away from him. Amazing guy, great provider, everything, but he's terrible in bed. Terrible.
Okay. And
He
so
doesn't
what does
doesn't
she
even
do?
want to try to be better. He doesn't even want to be better. Like she gives him suggestions. Hey, let's do this. Let's do nothing. He thinks what he's been doing is he good.
So
No woman ain't never told him he ain't do nothing bad, but that's another problem too. Women don't sit there and tell men that they're not great. You're not great because they in love or they just want to stay in a relationship, and they're not telling that man, hey, you need to improve, man.
so is it the performance or the stamina?
Both.
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 Nah,
Come
you
on,
got
Genesis. It can't be
It's
both, man.
both.
Which one is
It's
it?
both.
if it's both, he definitely got it.
From what she told me, it's the performance. It's the performance. It's not the stamina, it's the performance. And also that he's not really that
That's even worse.
package is not that it's not a big it's not a sizable package. Let's just say that.
He need to visit a few of them porn sites and steal some moves.
It's but when it comes to certain things, you really can't do nothing about that. You really gotta really just maneuver and try to find what's best for you, things of that nature. Find somebody that is the right fit, because maybe you're not a right fit.
Right.
And like I said, she is she's been doing her little thing, and I tell her, hey, that's not good, man. You need to
so she cheating on the side.
Yeah. And I
Oh.
tell her, and me, I'm one of those friends that's I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, that's not right, because you wouldn't want him to do that to you. You know, you would want that somebody be honest with you and let you go to find somebody that's better for you, or that you could be good for somebody else that's good for them. Let the person find someone else that's good for them. Don't continue the relationship, even though you know he's a great guy, but you know that you're not sexually attracted to him like that. You're not. It's not right. It ain't right. And I call my friends out on that. I'll call my friends out. If they do something wrong, I'm gonna call them out. So
yeah, at that point, she playing with feelings. That can be
you
dangerous.
play with people's feelings, and she like literally, she broke up with him the other day. Like, she was like, I can't continue this. I can't continue doing this. You know? She broke up with the guy. So, and I told her,
hit
hey,
the like and subscribe button.
I said it's better for you to have let him go and let him find somebody that's good for him than for you to continue dealing with that, knowing that you're not happy in that situation. You're not happy.
Now that's real.
Yeah.
There's ain't nothing like having your feelings played with, man. And then figuring out that a person's just really with you for some type of convenience for them.
Exactly.
Okay. So you think the solution? What's the solution, Genesis?
It's, be honest. Find somebody that's your fit. Find someone that's your fit. Like, or try to see if you could work it out where you're able to that you're able to like see if you could not even teach. Like, there's certain things you can't really teach. But
see,
like,
my thing is this: everybody's not gonna be
Don Juan. Like, we're like, when you first get with somebody, you're not really you don't know what that person likes. You don't know what they don't like. Have those conversations, you know. So
hey,
that
let me interrupt you 1 second. We got a special guest in the Chef. What's going on, boss?
Top of it, man. Blessed to see y'all again, man.
We in here, man. We got Cleasy B TV. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go check out Cleasy B TV, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dip over there. I'm a dip over there one time. You know what I'm saying? Be messing around. I've been trying to get them to go live. You know what I'm saying? And set up the panel just like this, and go in and invite your boy over so we could get it in. You dig?
I'm straightening, huh?
Yeah. You know, it's all networking though. It's all networking. Go check out Cleasy B TV. Now, go ahead, Genesis. Go ahead.
Hey, Genesis, how you doing?
Hey, how are you, Chef?
Chilling, keep on cooking. I'm about to
give me my
tap
food.
in.
You ain't get my food yet. I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed because I ain't get my food.
We gonna catch up. We ain't seen you, so I mean,
yeah, I know I ain't really been out like that. In all honesty, since I came back from my vacation from Hawaii, I ain't really been out like that. So
okay.
But I'll be over there. I'm definitely gonna make sure.
Let me dig into this a little bit more. We have a little bit more on it because this is an 8-minute video. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I got another video.
Okay.
I mean, she's right though, because if you think about it, like, even women that get older, the older women get, the more sexually active they want to become.
Hold up.
Now that's real.
I disagree with that.
Because I believe that I reached, like, I could say this, like, we're in a podcast. I reached my sexual peak when I was 31, and that time, Lord Jesus, it was the greatest ever. Like as far as, like, you know, when a woman's body gets to overdrive. That was when my body went into overdrive. Like, oh my gosh, like orgasms were amazing at that time. You know, it was like another world. Like, just like when guys, y'all reach our sexual peak at a certain age, and then it's just like orgasms are like, like, like it was a whole nother world. It was a whole
I
nother
don't know.
world.
It's always a whole nother world for me. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know. It just like, but it didn't feel that way. No, no, because I don't know if it was like a second kick or whatever. Of course, like, okay, here's the thing: a lot of things that a lot of guys are gonna find controversial what I'm about to say. Women, when we're younger,
We love controversy.
I don't believe we enjoy sex like that. We don't enjoy it like that. We're doing it for men. We're not doing it for us. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it so that
Gotcha.
we're able to get a guy, keep a guy, whatever, stuff like that. And that's what we did, you know?
Right.
And it sometimes it wasn't an enjoyable experience for us. It wasn't an enjoyable experience.
So what you're saying is a woman's fault because she, at the beginning stages, she really wasn't
Mhm.
that
maybe
in
her
tune
mother
to.
didn't teach her properly how to her your sexual health. She didn't really learn her sexual health. She didn't know what made what turned her on, or what she needed to do in order for herself for herself or to the guy that she was dealing with. She didn't know how to tell him or how to express that she wasn't satisfied, things of that nature. When you're younger, it's like that. When I was younger, it was like that. I really, honestly, didn't really have sex for me. I had sex for the men. It wasn't for me. You know, once I got to a certain age, in all honesty, and an understanding or started to know myself, that's when I really was like, you know what? I was able to tell people or tell a guy that I'm involved with that this ain't hitting like that. Or I could go ahead and express myself without hurting his feelings on how to properly please me, or we could properly please each other. You know?
Mm.
Yeah, we could properly please each other. But I feel like when you're younger, women don't have sex for themselves. They have sex for men. They have sex for relationships, things of that nature. You know, and I can say
Interesting.
that as an honest. For me, I can say that honestly, I didn't have sex for me when I was younger. It was for the relationship. It was for the guy that liked me at that time, things of that nature. But I didn't really enjoy sex when I was younger. I didn't.
So
Hit the like
question.
button, y'all. Hit the like button.
So question. Okay. What would be the reason for like the quote unquote slut buckets, but who used to have sex? Like, were they doing it for their man, or they just doing it for their own sexual pleasure?
They were doing it for their own the slut buckets. I'm not gonna say I can't really go for another woman and what she did. I'm just only going by what for me. I'm saying for me. But most women, in all honesty, they don't have sex for themselves. I'm gonna tell you that right now. When they're younger, they don't have sex for themselves. They have sex to secure relationships, because the guy is like, oh, you know, we're together and all this stuff like that, and we're supposed to be having sex. And not like he's telling you that in so many ways, but in his mannerisms and how he's talking to you, things of that nature. You know, young men, they don't really have no tact. So they're like, hey, hey, if you ain't gonna do, another female gonna do this and that and all that stuff, and you don't want to lose them, so you say, hey, fuck it, just do it. But you
Mm.
didn't do it because you wanted to. It wasn't something that you wanted to. It was not saying you didn't want to do, but you didn't do it because it was like, oh, okay, I'm ready. I did it because, hey, I don't want to lose this guy, so I did it. So
That's interesting.
Salute the beat show. Salute the beat show. If you guys
like
didn't
I
know,
said
that's
again,
where
not
all.
taking away from a guy, but in all honesty, for us women, for us, that's
Hit
how
the link, man. Come on up. Hit the link.
that's
Come on
how it
up.
was. That's how it went. So
Let me get back. Let me dive back in here.
I just say
especially after kids, Anton. Some women, some
It's
women.
Courtney, it is almost, I'm not gonna say it's a fact, but women as they get older become more sexually
We're
aggressive.
more.
yeah.
Real about to go put a shirt on, bro.
Nah, I'm keeping my jersey on. Shout out to ATL. Shout out to Spud Webb too.
That's
Hey,
right.
Logic gonna give you a box of Newports and a gold chain with that too.
Jesus.
Coming with that white dude.
He said fact.
Hey, and a bag of rap snacks too.
Some little boosted rolling papers. That thing shit. With little boosted rolling papers.
Let me stop.
Stand on it.
Y'all doing too much.
Oh, that red beard though.
Y'all doing too much.
Courtney, on the real though. But Courtney, do you hear what I'm saying though?
Yeah. No, I hear what you think. I agree with you. I tell
Siobhan,
you.
what do you think? What do you think, Siobhan? Because you were saying that girls are starting to take on the same sentiment as guys.
I do. I really do think that. And
What's the #1 secret to making a hit song?
Oh, that's what they
Most
gonna do to
producers
me.
think it's fancy studio equipment, special mixing and
See how they
mastering
do me?
techniques, or spending
Bro,
thousands
you
of
know
dollars.
that advertisement is
and
always
I think
right
that
there.
people they think that they're or women they think that they're getting smarter, and sometimes it does end bad. It does, because it is like an emotional drift. And I feel like if you're having sex with somebody, like, or just like me personally, like you're stuck. If you're having sex, you're stuck. That's just it is what it is.
Okay, so what do you think about that, Genesis? Because they say that it's just do this and do that, but because women, like, with the whole topic is, can women move like man? So
I
when
honestly
it
think
comes
that
to the emotional
I
attachment,
honestly think that women, in all honesty, I don't think that it comes to it's not a benefit for women to move like a man. It's not beneficial to us. It's not a benefit. I was young. I can honestly say that I had my younger days and things of that nature when I was dating, and it didn't work to my benefit. You know how women are saying that they're having their whole phase and, hey, I'm dating and I'm doing what I want to do and things of that nature. It doesn't work to a woman's benefit to move like a man. It does not work to a woman's benefit. That's just me. That's just how I think. You know what I'm saying?
It does on
doesn't.
social media.
For them, for
Salute,
social
hold
media,
up.
I'm telling you, in the end of the day, they crying in the corner, because in all honesty, you're sitting there messing around with this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're losing a part of yourself every time that you give it away, giving it away to different people. You lose a part of yourself. You lose yourself in that, and you thinking that you're sexually liberated, but in all honesty, you're just taking you're just putting yourself more at a deficit. And when Kevin Samuels did say, he was right. You put yourself more at a deficit when you give yourself away. When you're giving yourself away to people, you put yourself more at a deficit.
See, I wasn't
You no
expecting
longer
to hear
have
that.
the power. But you no longer have the power. The power is the exclusivity. The power is knowing that, a man is not able to easily sway you. That's the power that women don't know that they have anymore, like they did back in the day. Like back in the day when women were more demure, women were more like they held on to themselves. They really, not saying made men work for it, not saying that like that, but meaning that they had more respect for themselves. Like, hey, you, it's gonna be more than you just taking me out on date. It's gonna be more than you telling me I'm pretty. It's gonna be more than that. Then for you to go ahead and get to the box.
So their standard is higher.
Yeah, their standards were a lot higher back in the day. Now these women, they don't even give a fuck. They be all over the place. Like,
Yeah,
like,
but you could just look at general See, that's what I be talking about, microcosms, right? When you look at our general conversation, we don't even got to get to the personal shit, right? We could just look at a general conversation and how we operate and the games that we play. Hell yeah, things is different. Back in the day, we didn't play McDonald bag games. We didn't create situations. We didn't do shit just for the fuck of doing it, especially when it was anything that could cause division or it could get real personal. Now everybody want to play games. Motherfuckers
Yeah.
wanna act like a one, think like a man. Well, you could do that,
No.
but when we strip it down and we just be real about it, and this what I've been saying the whole time, Genesis, we different. Just like men, it's not in most men all day to just sit around complaining, talking shit about the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Because when we try to do it, look at how it works out for us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A woman, that's the shit she do. Fucking men, that's the thing that we do. We fuck with multiple women, multiple bitches, whatever it
It
is we
doesn't
talking
work for
about.
us. And I always say,
We
no,
move
but
how
here's the
we
thing.
move.
It took me like going like being in a situation, and then it's like it wasn't benefiting me. Like it wasn't benefiting me like in like a old financial. I wasn't meaning in that way, meaning that hey, I wasn't getting my needs met because in all honesty, that person didn't see the value in the situation. Like I'm like, he's like, okay, so how I got you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you expect for me to respect that, you know? And it really took me listening to that when I was younger for me to be like, I need to switch this up because it's just the fact that women always think, oh, you know, they can do everything a man can do. No, you can't.
Oh, and that's my whole point. We don't even gotta get to that part no more. All we gotta do is log in, and I'm just gonna listen to your responses and to your comments and what you post and what you gravitate to. I can tell how you are by what you involve yourself in. Straight up, and even in just general conversation. And motherfuckers is mad now. But here's the difference. Women back in the day, you had to find out they was a hoe. They didn't just come out. Wasn't no woman just gonna let you know her body count, all that crazy shit. Every nigga she fucked with, unless there's a kid involved, you the first one. They move different. Now women, every time she get a new dick, she posting them. Every time she meet a nigga online, she move where the nigga at. All this cute shit. But then when it don't work out, you the bad guy. Oh man, all they want to do is play games. Right, we playing games. I DM'd you. You came out here, right? I let you hop on this pogo stick for about a month. Man, you gotta go, man. My old school is coming home. The one I really know. This is the reality of the shit. When a nigga like me say it, niggas get mad at me. You see it all the time. But the reality of it is you crying in the corner. It don't even gotta be that.
I'm gonna tell you that right now. They may think that they're liberating. You think that women are liberating things. It may, and some may be, some may be, but most of them they crying in the corner, man. I'm telling you that right now. They doing it to pacify some type of feelings or whatever. I just said it never was a value for you to give yourself away to different people all the time. I just never thought I never see value in that. I never see value in that. And a woman that does that, I don't see no value in her, that she gives herself away to different men. You don't know your power that you have. And then men say, oh, women don't got no power in the pussy. There is a lot of power in the pussy. But there's a lot of power in the pussy. It just some
there's a lot of power.
Some
like what? Like what though? Name three things.
Power, a lot of men they like, oh, power. And I'm like, there is power in the pussy. I'm telling you. That power. There's certain women that a man would do everything for, and there's some women that a man will do nothing for. You feel me? And that's just because of how she carries herself. That's it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Certain women will get dealt certain ways because of how she carries herself. And other women will get treated certain ways because of how she carry herself.
Let me dive in. Hold up.
Not only how she looks, of course, how she looks plays.
But see, I don't think
for the most part,
women are just starting to take on that mentality. I think women have been doing it for at least the last 3 decades.
But they're more open about it now.
Well, they were open 3 decades ago. Remember,
you're talking about sleeping with other women? I mean, sleeping with
men, like reckless,
having a sentiment of guys.
Yeah, having the mindset that I can sleep with that whole sexual liberation stuff. It messed women up because they literally, like, think about all the songs, a lot of the songs that came out in the 90s, like Adina Howard, Freak, right? That song, Right. I want to freak in the morning. Freak. She was literally singing to dudes how many dudes she was making, all the stuff.
Can you stop that right there?
Oh yes. No. Hey. Oh yeah. We could definitely
I
stop
feel
right
like
there.
men, okay, but men,
Make it make
men
sense,
have something to do
you
with
know.
that too. Men have something to do with that because the same women that they said that they don't want, those are the same women that they gravitate to. Like, say for example, men say, "Oh, I don't want no hoe. Oh, I don't want no female that's giving herself away and stuff like that." But then turn around and would go ahead and ruin a family that he has with a woman that is wholesome for a hoe. You feel me?
But listen though, let me pause right there. So you mean to tell me that
so you
the
telling
guy,
me you ain't
no. So you're not listening. You're not listening.
Okay,
You're not
I'm gonna
listening,
listen.
Genesis. You mean to tell me that a guy, he has a good woman at home, right? And he goes out and mess with, let's just say, some thought or whatever, and leaves his whole family for the thought. That's how he ruined his family.
No, I'm not saying he left his family for a thought, but would
Well, then what happened? What happened that ruined the family though in that situation there?
Because his woman found out that he was fucking with this bitch or this woman. He met
her doing
So she ruined. Did she ruin the whole family?
I got to cut in on this because I was raised by old people. When you raised by old people, they really give you the game. She met that nigga off that. She didn't meet that nigga most of the time at church. You met that nigga where you met him. You was at the juke joint. You was at a hookup situation. Come on, man.
Okay, well, okay.
Come
What
on,
if
dog.
but what if it was a situation where you was with a woman and then y'all met in school? Say, for example, y'all met in school and y'all were high school sweethearts or high school sweethearts.
I'm a numbers guy. I'm a numbers guy, and we all know across the board the average motherfucker don't marry their high school sweetheart or anybody they was even at the same school with. Like they do statistics on all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, you meet a person in an interest. If you a thotty ass nigga, you probably met your bitch at the club. I'm just saying what happened.
All thoughts don't go to the club though.
Hey, that's terrible.
Go to the club, though.
Like you probably met your bitch at the club. Some of you
niggas
out here.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it 100. I done seen some Ashford and Simpson relationships where y'all met at the club, y'all met at the freak. Man, I know a nigga married to a chick. He met a freak nick right now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's some successful ones, bro, that met at the club.
Yeah. I'm not. It's just
Not saying that doesn't happen. Not saying that
some non-successful ones too. I bet.
What I'm saying is this.
I'm not gonna say that it's not no successful ones because it is some successful ones. Right?
I'm just saying, some men say they don't want
but I'm not gonna say it ain't no non-successful.
No 304.
Hey, you niggas going for that, huh?
I'm just saying, most men say they don't want no 304s or no whores or no thighs. But would go ahead
so my point to that. My point to that.
Not having that for me.
My point to that is this. See, a guy, he's gonna make the one, his queen. That's gonna be the queen. Right. Mm-hmm. Now what females get it misconstrued is they think that guys run after these like Instagram broads and you know what I'm saying? No, that's just the pump and dump. That's just the pump and dump. That's not the woman. You got to understand, a woman's like they're more than a computer chip, but it's like a computer chip. The type of woman that you lay down with, like, I mean, yeah, if you're strapped up and everything, you're not, about to procreate, but usually that's when the issues that we hear about this is when dudes procreate with these type of men and type of, pookies and stuff. Like Pookie's all good until you have a baby with them, right? You see what I'm saying? Then it's an issue. So when these guys are messing with these girls, everything's cool until what? Boom, they have a baby. So that's the type of kids you're gonna have, essentially. You know, if they smart or if they, you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying
Strap it up.
girls
Strap
from the
up.
hood can't be smart. They
Strap
can.
it up. Strap it up. That's what we tell people. Strap it up. Hey, and we always, you know how men always say to women, "Oh, well, you chose him. You chose him. You know, that's who you
Yeah,
chose."
but dudes are not
Men,
chasing
that's who
after.
you chose too.
They're not chasing after the thoughts, though. That was I got to make that clear. They're not. They just want that for entertainment. That's not like wife.
That's true.
I will say this though.
What I
I
mean
will.
is, when I say, oh, that they ruin their families for it, like meaning that, oh, they'll go ahead
We
and
do.
they'll wife this woman because, hey, this is the ideal woman that society tells them that it's ideal that they should choose, but then they will mess around with the other type. They'll mess with the other type and then they'll love the other type, but they'll be with this woman because she's supposed to be the ideal of what he says he wants. But he will mess around and then he will mess around with this other type of woman. And we're not going to act like that doesn't happen every day. It happens.
Yeah, he might mess with her, but the whole
For
love thing, I
entertainment.
think that's a little bit too much. I don't know if it's that, because if it was that, a motherfucker would be trying to really hold on to you. Like,
But
a toy.
it's only for
A toy
convenience
that a
anyway.
kid
I'm
got.
not gonna
A
never
toy
say
that a
that he
kid
gonna
got.
keep her. I ain't never
I
say
used
he
to have a
gonna
big
keep her.
wheel. I used to have a big wheel, right? I used to have a big wheel. And I never really used to let nobody ride that shit because I loved it. I had all type of other toys, but this actual one was the one that I had an emotional application towards, right? So I just want to make sure that we keep in mind when you say love, right? Nah, like that might be something you like. That might be one of your vices, but that's just like a chick married to a dude who's a real good dude, but you keep on fucking with these grimy ass hood ass niggas. You more so love a little lifestyle, but believe me, you fuck with what you really love. Yeah, you doing some dumb shit, and it happens like that, but because sometimes we apply certain words to shit that ain't really that. Oh, you love these hood niggas? Nah, I don't really love them, but I do like the excitement of my life being on the line here and there. And motherfuckers really do. But to say that, think about how stupid that sounds. But I'm pretty sure if we really chop it up, there's gonna be a point where a nigga just strip it down and be like, you know what? At some point, the lowest frequency of what I could do during the day was my goal. How many shots can I shoot? How many whatever can I distribute? How much conflict and controversy can I cause? And when you get like that, there's no way to explain that and sound intelligent. I sound stupid even saying it, even though it's true.
Yeah, let's dive in.
You women cannot bear the consequence of those types of decisions. You don't get the same benefit that men get when you move like that. And the consequences for y'all are way worse. Way worse. So I don't think it just started. I think it seems more pronounced with the Meg Thee Stallions, the City Girls, and this champion of hoe culture.
Is that what's going on?
No, it just basically it's like they're perpetuating it because they're trying to make it like a woman's liberation or a woman's like a power that a woman has to go ahead and be able to have sex with men that however they want, whenever they want, and things of that nature. But I just don't see no power in it. You just letting a piece of yourself out with each of these men that you dealing with, and it's only diminishes you as a woman when you continue doing that. It diminishes a woman. Like I can honestly say that I've never been a person that was strong on, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna be able to have sex with these dudes and this and that and letting what and telling the things that I do in the bedroom and things of that nature. That's supposed to be for you to know that. It's supposed to be for you and the person that you're dealing with to know that. Not all social media, but social media is social media. And it's like, you could tell the women that aren't really, happy, because they're always letting these little posts out sometimes, and then they get all the comments on these posts when they talk about some sexual shit. They get all the comments on those posts, But when they're talking about some real shit, crickets,
Well,
That's
see, I
what
got a lot of Facebook friends, and I isn't that like telling on your body count? Like,
yeah,
'cause
it's telling. Like,
every girl they always post like when they got a new
I've
boyfriend.
always saw it as crass, but that's just me. I can't speak for every woman, but
So
I always
why
find
does
it
a woman
crass.
feel like it's
It
important
has
to
no
post
crass. She has no crass.
that you have a boyfriend though?
Hmm?
Why is it so
So the other
important
niggas,
for a
the other
woman?
niggas just stay out their inbox.
Nah, this is
Oh,
what the
is that
reason
what it
why.
is?
Okay, let me tell you
Okay.
something. When women are single, and I'm telling you this, I know I'm letting out a woman these women's secrets on social media. When they're single and they're looking for a man, or they're looking for somebody to give them some attention, you're gonna see them posting plates, all they cooking. You're gonna see them posting stuff that they doing, things of that nature, stuff like that, showing the wholesome stuff that they do, all this stuff like that, so they can
Oh,
look
all that
aesthetically
sea moss and
pleasing.
shit.
Yeah, see, they more aesthetically pleasing, so then so that a guy can see them, or the guy that they want to see them, so that they can get that inbox. You know what I'm saying?
They can get that inbox.
They can get that
She
inbox.
tell it like it is.
Yeah,
She tell it like it
I'm
is.
just being honest. But I'm just being honest. Like, that's the only time I ever see females posting plates and all that stuff like that when they looking for a guy. I've seen it all the time on social media. You'll notice it too. If you think I'm lying, y'all see it. Women posting plates. They talking about, they taking care of their kids. They going here. They doing this. They doing that. Who wouldn't want a woman like me? All this stuff like that. Blase, blase, and stuff. And I'm like, So
but I think the seed was planted 3 decades ago, and in those 30 years, it has not been good. Women with
So
that
what do you
mindset.
think about men that talk like this though? Because he's like fear mongering. I mean, it is a little factual.
I just feel like, in all honesty, men are being okay. You know how women say, how we're getting advice from men on how the type of women that they want, because that's the man. They're telling you what type of women they want. They're telling you, hey, this is the type of woman I want for me. You know what I'm saying? And then women are not listening to it, because they're like, men always been trying to control us. But in all honesty, we've always tried to keep men silent when it comes to certain things, or we don't want to hear the man's opinion and stuff like that. But they're telling you what they want.
Come on.
Telling you what they want. Like, hey, these are what I want. This is what I want. You know what I'm saying?
So did you like Kevin Samuels
is not
though?
all over the place. I don't want a woman that's all over the place. I don't want no woman that's throwing her cat at every nigga, or every nigga that had her. I want my woman to be for me. You understand?
So did you like Kevin Samuels though?
I like Kevin Samuels for certain things. Certain things I didn't understand what Kevin Samuels said, but certain things I did understand, and I got what he was saying. I definitely got his message, but certain things I could never understand. Certain things I would never be able to understand, but certain things I did get from him. Yes, I understood that. I understood what he was saying. I understood what he was talking about, and it made sense. It made sense because he's speaking from a male point of view. Now he may be speaking for the chauvinistic men point of view, but it was from a male's point of view. It was from a male's point of view. The type of man that he was, it was from his point of view. So I just for me, it benefited a woman for her to be all over the place. It never benefited no woman for that. To me, it never did. It would never. It never will. Even though you see women, hoes are winning. That's what they say. Hoes are winning, but it ain't. They not winning. They not winning. They're settling. They're not winning.
Hey, what's What's y'all opinion on these dudes that has taken on the woman role, which is allowing these women to try to move like men? What's y'all opinion, thoughts on that?
What do you mean? What do you mean? And what aspect?
Because you know, a lot of dudes is around here just not being men. They want to live off the woman. They want to stay at home, be the at home
I'm
dad.
just feeling like we've gone
Contributing
through a
nothing.
shift. We've gone through a shift. The things have shifted. Like before, the men was the breadwinner, the men was the provider in the home. Now we're going to the days where women are the breadwinners. Now, women are the breadwinners.
Hey, can I say something real quick? Wait. Stop. So basically, what you're saying, the breadwinner is the most important position.
Not saying that's the most. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Stop. Because I've been listening. I've been chilling.
Okay.
What you're saying now is the breadwinner is the most important position. But
I'm not saying
understand
that. That's not what I said.
when we was younger, the narrative women was trying to put out, any man can work. Right, but to stay here all day and deal with the responsibilities of the house. See, when women are at home moms, at being at home is a job. But when men are at home dads, it's because they want to avoid being the breadwinner. With me, I really don't give a fuck what nobody do. But as a man, I just gotta point out how now all of a sudden being the breadwinner then became the most important thing. Because when we was coming up, women wasn't talking like this. What they were saying is, I do a job too. My job is just as important. That's not what I'm hearing now.
Come on.
No.
I'm
and like I said, two things can be true at the same time.
I'm just saying, when you pop it, pop it
at the same
because
time.
when I come in, I'm gonna drop it like it's hot.
Of course.
And
I definitely understand that. I've never had the option to be a homemaker. I never had that.
That ain't what I'm saying. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying
from a
is
woman that's
this shit goes in lineages. It goes in lineage. When we talking about women's rights and women's suffrage, it all go together. Ain't no gaps. Just like manhood, y'all don't give us no gaps. We accountable for everything Grandpa did. That's all I be saying.
I'm saying no. I'm not saying what you're saying is not true. What I'm saying is that we've gone to a society now where things have shifted. I'm not saying that the breadwinner is the most important piece of the puzzle. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that society life has shifted. Things have shifted. Times have shifted. Where the man used to be the breadwinner, the man used to be the one that was the financial, the person that was bringing home the financial, the financial into the household. That the man was the person that was taking care of the household as far as building and all those things. Now we've shifted. Women are now doing those things. Women are the ones that are now doing these things. Not saying that women weren't doing it before, but they weren't doing it on a scale that they're doing it now. They're not doing it on the scale they're doing it now. Most women, in all honesty, like now we have it, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack about what I'm about to say. Some, on honesty, some women now, they really choosing not to deal with men. They're not, and it's not because they can't get a man. It's meaning that they don't want to deal with men in they shit no more. Like if they got to deal with certain shit with men, they don't even want to deal with a man no more. And I see a lot of it in these groups, like these so-called groups. I've been seeing these women, like they really don't want to deal with men. Like in all honesty,
these bitches be like, man, Genesis.
I'm just saying.
Now you just got done talking about them crying in the corner. You really be believing
but they
these
still
niggas,
crying in the corner. They still crying in the corner a little bit.
These be the same chicks. These be the same chicks every other month. It be Man Crush Monday or Fine Nigga Friday, and they got a different fine nigga in the car making little funny faces. Like, yeah, man, my thing just be like, if we gonna talk about this and we gonna be real, let's be real all the way. I'm tired of the whole talking about the narrative from an advantageous standpoint. There's no need to do that because we losing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine playing for a football team. You lose every week, but you point fingers on why you lose. This is who we are as a unit. We always losing, and it's always somebody else's fault. Look at the quarterback. Look at the It's the play
Yeah,
calling.
it's always in
run
this
the
certain
same
group. Like I'm
plays.
always seeing stuff like that. It's like always is these one or two women that just kind of like be really, really colorful, and I just be like, it'd be funny, but like in all honesty, yeah, it's like when we're arguing with men always gonna say that because of women, and then when it's women, it's because of the man. This and that, so it's never we're never at a balance. It's never a balance. It's always gonna be conflict. It's always going to
And
be a
then also this, we could do this. You could say something like, black men, we need you.
We do.
Okay, nah, but just hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. You can say, black men, we need you. You're gonna get a little bit of advocacy, but you're gonna get quite a bit of pushback. Right now, them same people who could just ignore that is gonna come in to change the narrative that you trying to push. All you trying to do is speak life into niggas. You still got the same critiques. You still got the same criticisms. But just the idea you would tell black men, we need you, is going to be a problem. See, here before, when a black woman used to feel that way, if a woman was on some devout feminism or a man hater, she kept her mouth shut. This ain't my conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Now these women will show up. And the thing is that it'll literally be just to go against anything positive you say in regard to any endeavor they oppose. Hey, there's a dynamic of motherfuckers on both sides who oppose the idea of us just caring about each other. It's wild. And we used to ostracize these niggas. Now they go viral.
No, that's a real shit.
Mm-hmm. I just say this. I'm like, we're at a place where, like I said, we're staying staying on subject in regards to the topic at hand. I just honestly think that women are no longer going with society's norm anymore. And because of not only because of social media, because you're going to do what you're going to do. You're going to do what you're going to do. But I don't feel women, it is at a deficit to women to act this way. And it's going to be at a deficit that women act this way, that they're acting this way now, that they saying hoes are winning. Hoes are not winning. Hoes are not winning. It may look like it, but they're not winning. They're settling too. They're settling. And at the end, you're gonna be crying. They be crying in the corner. They crying in the corner. They it's like, oh, we strong, we this and that. Oh, I don't need no man for nothing, and this and that. No. You crying in the corner too.
And that kind of helps me feel like
but not saying that men are not saying that there aren't women out there that are not crying in the corner. They're saying, hey, this is the reality of things, and that I would want something with more with more substance. I want something with more substance. There are women out there that they are more, that they put themselves to a higher regard, and I want something with more substance.
Right.
But again, we're going to need to structure this conversation. I know that you're going to need to structure it in some type of way, but I just feel like, in all honesty, women that are saying that they're sexually liberated and their whole phase and all these things of that nature is at a deficit to them. That's it. It's at a deficit.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. What it also done created. It done created a whole narrative of these women and men, right? I'm gonna throw men in, even though I don't really see it with the men, but I just know there's a dynamic out there because we, on the real, women influence the way men act now. Not real men, not like niggas like us on this panel, but there's just this dynamic
Men are only
estrogen
gonna appeal to something that benefits them. I'm just gonna be, and I'm gonna be honest. Men only benefit to stay. Men only agree with things that benefits them. Like, you don't think that it doesn't benefit a man for women to be out there like that, be sexually liberated? You don't think that it doesn't benefit men?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. It don't benefit a man if you got a mom or you got a grandma that don't want to deal with your child because she's on some liberated shit. Like, see me, this is just me. I'm 48, but I'm a young, like 48.
48.
But I'm 48 though.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you what, my son already know. Nigga, pop up here with a baby and don't want to be responsible. I'll have your son calling me daddy. I'm not even gonna play with you, bro. If you don't want to be a dad to the nigga, I'm gonna be his dad, but I'm not gonna be grandpa because I'm a motherfucking dad. Now, if you want me to be a grandpa, you be his daddy, and then you do the little daddy shit, or let me do the little grandpa shit, and we could have that situation. We could have that narrative. But I couldn't wrap my mind around being too busy to make that sacrifice if that did happen. I don't got nothing better to do. I don't got nothing better to do with my time than if you don't want to be a dad. Oh, nigga, I got him. But check this out, though. You don't get to step in later ever and replace me, nigga. Now, that's how we gonna do it. Now, I'm pretty sure that's never gonna happen. Y'all know my son. My son ain't even going.
I think the women was lashing back on this one. Hold up.
Okay.
I don't really agree the last part, right, with the like Megan Thee Stallion thing, right? Because there's a lot of women that listen to Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, see how they do me.
Is just flowing.
See how they do me, man. I gotta see this weirdo. That's a little intermission, y'all.
Okay. And Cardi B, and they don't think like that. They really truly don't think like that. It's more of like a, you just want to shake some ass, but you want to shake your ass for your man.
Do you think that
I can agree with that part? Because I mean, it's plenty of niggas out here right now listen to Boosie, Jeezy, all this shit, and they not drug dealers and they don't condone that shit. So I can agree.
Yeah, but I think that they do. I think that everybody is still impacted by the things that they influenced by. Right? Like, in a general sense, we were shaped to view women a specific type of way subconsciously, just by the things that we was listening to on a regular basis. Like way before the internet, way before this YouTube junk or whatever like that, we knew what this was. Mainly because of, and me, right? A lot of what I was hearing it from was from the dudes out there in Oakland, right? A lot of dudes out there in Oakland was pimping, right? All of that, listen, Too Short, Sugar Free, all of them dudes, you know what I'm saying? They used to be spitting that stuff, and it was like, yo, we ain't never giving money to a chick. And so we grew up.
Look at him. Look at him. He said he ain't never given money to it. So how you feel about that? About guys?
But that was just back in the days. That's what they used to say. But then, you know what I'm saying? But then perpetuate that, the men were the breadwinners, but then say, they ain't giving no money to no chick. Like, you wasn't giving no money to no hoes. But you gonna take care of your woman. You gonna take care of your woman. But you're not giving no money to no hoes. That's what I got from back in the days when these men were saying that. They weren't giving no money to no hoes. But they were taking care of their woman. They gonna take care of home. But they not giving no money to no hoes. They not supporting no whole shit. That's basically that's how I took it. That's how I took it.
That's my logic.
That's how I took it. Like back in the day, I knew what the men meant when what they said. I knew what they meant. I knew what they meant. I ain't going ahead. I ain't fucking off on you bitches. I ain't giving y'all shit. I'm not gonna go ahead. I'm not messing with you thoughts, whatever and stuff like that. I'm not gonna support you thoughts. But my woman, the woman that I want, the woman that I got in my house, make sure she definitely gonna be taken care of. My woman's gonna be taken care of.
See, what we dealing with is context and common sense. And see, now we don't really exercise that. We want to argue over things that are understood because we want to try to catch a motherfucker stumbling and fumbling when you know exactly what they mean. And you know that's just what goes on. Excuse me, that's just what goes on now. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying before, and I'm gonna let it go. Part of my problem with this sexual revolution shit, I don't care how many chicks are how much dick a chick get or whatever, because that's something for y'all to talk about amongst yourselves. Right? When y'all be like, well, how come when a woman do da-da-da? Yo, why don't you get you a bunch of your homegirls together, get your body count on a table and high five each other and go out for drinks and kick it and empower each other over the shit. But here's what I know. When grandmas, when black women and black men feel, well, I done raised mine, I ain't raising no more, and they'll really let the kid end up in adoption. They'll really let the kid end up in a boys' home. Like that shit's crazy to me. And what did happen is that when we stop caring about ourselves, we stop caring about what's next. Like example, we don't love our grandchildren the way our grandparents loved us. We don't give a fuck about our grandchildren collectively. You don't think there's a reason for that? You know, it's way, like with me, it's way deeper than sex. I was raised by old people, right? And when I look at this, we're straying so far away for what? To be right on social media, to be able, because really that's what it's about. Because when we get into, well, how does it benefit me, right? Like if I was to be like, all right, any woman who ain't sucking my dick or who I'm not fucking with, I wouldn't do shit for her or her household. Let's just say that's really what I'm on. How does that benefit me? How does it benefit me? For me to even say it. Fuck, because if I don't say it, you'll never know I'm like that.
Oh man.
So what does it benefit me to let you guys know I'm that way? On social media, I have a need to tell y'all that. This is so weird.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't benefit you to say that at all.
Yeah.
You know, unless
because I want to make Genesis mad. I want to gaslight her.
Like they always.
Right. There's a reason I said it.
Yeah.
I knew what the fuck I was doing. just like Dr. Hood said with that McDonald's bag. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
No, the other day he knew what he was doing the other day when he with the post with that Sierra shit. He knew what he was doing. I was like, man, we going through this again. We gonna go there again.
You know, there's layers. There's layers to it. You know,
it's always layers with you.
Hey, nigga, when I think about it, that McDonald's bag had Black America going
in it.
They really did.
It had Black America in the bag.
They had Black America in the chokehold for almost 2 weeks.
Oh man, bro.
Man, went for the bait. We all went for the bait. But I knew the bag looked a little old, man. I called it out. You know, there was enough. But like you said, the comments were real. You know,
but it opened up a dialogue. It opened up dialogue on how people should on the family dynamic.
Yeah, but it didn't benefit nothing. Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, like me, I do what I do anyway. So my thing is that you undermine real niggas like me who really do this playing games because you want to go viral. The niggas who don't give a fuck, still all the niggas who I know who won't help nobody but they self, they didn't see the video and change. Any dad who won't help the other siblings, he ain't seen the video and said, you know what?
Nah.
That social experiment video that they went viral, man, I see how emotional my people are. That nigga like, yo, I don't give a fuck. The same people who gave a fuck before still feel the same way now, and the people who didn't before.
Same way.
Still the same way before. Only thing is they got to check. They went viral, and some of us fell out with people we was cool with before they played this game.
No, but that's the same thing as like subjects, like certain subjects like R. Kelly and stuff like that. People will fall out over stuff like that. Like they was truly fall out. Like, oh, you supporting the rapist, this and that. Blah. Say, hey, hold on.
Hey, you know what? And I say all the time, without social media, we don't really
know how people really
like
are.
that. Check this out. One day I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, right? Look, I'm at Buffalo Wild Wings. It's me, my ex, my daughter, my son. Penny's there. Best friend. They running the whole thing on social media. Oh, R. Kelly, you know, they trying to really cancel this dude. Well, we sitting there eating. Seems like You're Ready comes on.
Oh my God.
I'm just eating my food. I don't say a word. I'm looking around. I'm looking around at the bar. I'm looking around at the people. I go get me a drink. I'm ear hustling. I go back to the table. I said, hey, you guys hear what's on? The song is going off, right? They acting like they don't even realize it. I said, now, on social media, y'all act a goddamn fool. We in Buffalo Wild Wings. Why y'all ain't go to them and say, cut this shit off? What are you doing? See, that ain't what happened, Genesis. Dr.
I'm sorry. I know, and I'm gonna sound so bad for saying this. I'm so bad. But in all honesty, the music and the artist I separate. I'm sorry. I still listen to R. Kelly music, and I know people gonna cut my head off for that, but I still listen to R. Kelly music. I promise, I still do.
Genesis, whoa! No, we don't even gotta do that. We don't gotta do that.
Now you're going too far.
If I play Genesis, if I play Papa Got a Brand New Bag, would you leave a room?
No.
Why?
No.
Okay. Wait. I got another one. If I play Distant Lover,
no,
or Heard It Through the Grapevine, would you sing it?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. I'm sorry.
No. Look.
The person from the art. I separate with a person from the art. I'm sorry. The art is still there regardless of the fact. I'm separating the person from the art.
Okay, so what you telling me? If Cold Blooded came on and I said dance with me, you would dance with me to the Rick James with the way he done did bitches?
Yeah.
I would too.
I would. I'm sorry.
Because that's just how I
feel.
That's what we've been doing.
I've been doing that. I'm sorry. I was stepping the name of love all day. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Now I'm saying like this. I'm not against. If you want to cancel a person or whatever you decide to do,
I'm a dance in the name of love.
Because one thing about canceling, that's a personal choice.
Well, they already took his ass out the algorithm anyway.
Yeah, they took him off of YouTube.
Notice how when you play like XM radio or
he's not on there.
See, I don't even know because
you just got the random songs playing. What is it, Pandora and iHeart Radio.
I heard some R. Kelly getting played the other day.
I heard it the other day. Though.
Manually,
when I was walking, bro,
it's almost like it's taboo. Like when you hear it, you be like,
and they were blasting.
Well, if you type it in, but let's say I put in DJ Khaled radio or something, DJ Khaled.
He ain't gonna be on that, huh?
He's not gonna be in nobody's shit.
Got it. I know what you're saying.
He's not gonna be attached to nobody's algorithm.
See, my thing is this, and I hate to say this. To me,
now, you can punch it in. You can type it in.
Right, Marvin Gaye, the greatest singer of all time. He don't got the resume R. Kelly got. Man, my thing is this: if R. Kelly canceled, hey man, all you niggas is canceled. Ron Isley, you canceled. Yo, bro, you were cashing
mindset like
checks, bro. You were cashing in your deceased brother's checks, bro. You're not canceled. If R. Kelly's canceled, to me, you should be able to go back. As much as I love these niggas, hey, James Brown got to get canceled. And you know what we got to cancel? We got to cancel Kwanzaa, because you know the person who created Kwanzaa, he went to prison for sexual crimes against black women.
Wow.
So we got to cancel Kwanzaa. Fuck all that Harambe, nigga, and Emoja.
I'm just saying certain things. I don't know. Like I said again, I know people gonna cut my head off for that, but I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie. I separate the person from the art. I separate the person from the art. I still listen to R. Kelly music. My daughter is mad at me. My daughter will always, if she hear R. Kelly, she be mad at me. But I'm like, that's what I grew up on. I'm sorry. That's what I grew up on. How you gonna tell me?
Even though I didn't necessarily like,
how you gonna tell me not to
abuse or pimp women and nothing like that? The whole idea is, yo, wait a minute, you giving money to that chick over there? So I think that we are still subconsciously programmed, or we're influenced by the things that we consume on a regular basis, and then it's reinforced by our environment because everybody else is doing that same thing.
And to our right, yeah, look, 100% right, because after you consume something for so long, the only thing that's stopping you is the ability to achieve it. Just because, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if they could get out here and had the ability to pimp hoes, after consuming that, they probably would. But they don't have that ability. It takes special people to actually do that. And
I want to talk about something.
This how they do. How they feel about me.
Producers in general that struggle with
man.
music
Listen, man.
theory.
Fuck all that, homie.
Move along with it. But you see that when they have the opportunity to sit here and deal with multiple women, a lot of these guys on YouTube, they just be talking. They be claiming these things, but if the opportunity arises, the main dudes up here, not talking about you, Anton, you married, but the main dudes up here be talking about dick discipline, right? Put a bad piece of pussy in front of their face and watch how disciplined that dick is. See, they don't have the access to it. So all these messages, you know what I'm saying? It is programming your subconscious. You take it in. They don't necessarily have the ability to achieve them things.
Oh, what you think about that?
So you're saying, so what is he saying? He's saying that basically that the only reason why men are saying that, oh, they don't pay for bitch or whatever is because they don't have access to these women. That if they had access to these women, that they would be paying these bitches.
Well, I think it'll be a slightly different story in most cases.
I believe that there is some truth to that.
We just doing a black and white analysis right now, right? Play it again, so I can get some clarity.
He's basically saying, that's what I'm hearing. He's saying that, the only reason why men are saying, they ain't paying these hoes, they ain't doing that, is because they don't have access to them.
That dick
they have access.
See, they don't have claiming these things, but
if they did,
it takes special people to actually do that and move along with it. But you see that when they have the opportunity,
go back, because this
to sit here and deal with multiple women, a lot of these had the ability to pimp hoes.
There we go.
After consuming that, they probably would, but they don't have that ability. It takes special people to actually do that and move along with it. But you see that when they have the opportunity to sit here and deal with multiple women, a lot of these guys on YouTube, they just be talking. They be claiming these things, but if the opportunity arises, the main dudes up here, not talking about you, Anton, you married, but the main dudes up here be talking about dick discipline, right? Put a bad piece of pussy in front of their face and watch how disciplined that dick is. See, they don't have the access to it. So all these messages, you know what I'm saying? It is programming your subconscious. You take it in. It's just that they don't necessarily have the ability to achieve them things.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, okay.
What I said?
I definitely want to speak on this first. The thing he said first about it takes a special type of man to pimp and all that shit. I absolutely agree, leading into everything, because I tried to fuck around with that, and I got brought in by some bitches from Chicago. This wasn't even me having to do anything. They completely was all like, yo, da-da-da. I didn't make it 60 days. It was the weirdest
60
thing.
days, I didn't make it. I didn't make it 60
Because you know, it take for you to really learn that craft, that's not anything. It's almost like a real education. It was just something, it just wasn't anything I could really do with now. Niggas say all this in the raps and whatever rapper you listening to, but when you get in that real situation with bitches, and then you got niggas who be pimping and shit like that. Right? And so we talk all this, but the average man, you put him in that situation, he ain't gonna be able to do it because there's so much to it.
Yeah. All the intangibles, man. All the intangibles, you have to be mentally equipped to withstand all of that, bro. You know, and you have to be real serious about it. Like you said, when you get in that situation and have to actually execute what you saying, it's totally different.
I dig it. I dig it.
You know, it's funny.
But I think, no, you're fine. No, I just think that some women are just sexually put together, and sometimes
that was so funny.
What? What? What?
No, I mean, yeah, no, for real. Some women are really sexually put together, and sometimes like
break that down for me,
I was gonna say,
Siobhan.
what does that mean?
Break that down for me, baby.
So there are some women that really just love to have sex, right? And then you have the women that love to have sex and they're having sex with one person, and then you have the other people that are having sex with multiple people. The goal personally for them is to want to have sex with one person, but sometimes it can kind of like get out of the way, and you start talking to you start dating multiple people, or you want to this person, or you have the person that's not the person you like isn't good in bed, so you like that person, but then you want to have somebody that's a little better. And when you have somebody that's bad at sex, like nobody wants to deal with that person.
I mean, she right though, because if you think about it, like even women that get older, the older that women get, the more sexually active they want to become.
Especially after kids, Anton. Some women, some women.
Courtney, it is almost. I'm not gonna say it's a fact, but
unpack that. Let's unpack that. You know. So is that how women are moving?
I believe when they get a little older, they tend to become more sexually active. Like, you know, I'm an OG out here. You know, I've been with my lady like going on 13 some years, bro. And the older, you know, the more mature, you know, it tends to really be like that. It's more sexual activity on the, you know, on her end, like, you know what I mean? So I definitely agree with that.
I feel that there are certain women that, yes, you know what I'm saying, they get with one man, and then the man ain't what they wanted to be, and then they move on to certain to other people. But I just think, in all honesty, you need to find somebody that is your right fit. I just don't agree with me going from one man. I'm like going from one man to another man to another man to another man to another man. Okay, I use this man for this man for this man for this. I don't got. I don't. My attention span ain't. I don't got that attention span. I don't. I need to focus on one person for that one person to have everything I need. And if I know everybody's, you're not gonna get everything you want in one person. We have to all realize that we're not gonna get everything we want in one person. But if we can go ahead, if we can cultivate those things, if we can make a person better, if we can go ahead and improve on the things that they're lacking, That's the best thing that you can do, instead of going and looking for something else in another person, or looking for this in another person, or looking for this in another person. Like, why cultivate that one relationship with that one person and try to make that person be the best that they can be, or go ahead and be the person that you want them to be, or whatever. But if it doesn't work out, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
That statement sound kind of heavy when you say like cultivate that person to be like
make that person better. Like, okay, because like you said, you cannot find everything you want in one person. I understand people say that, oh, they found they wanted everything. That person did not have all the attributes that you wanted in that one person. We all know that. We all know that.
So when you say cultivate a person, do you mean like change them to be the type of person you want them to be?
Not even really.
That's kind of what I get from
it. Improve. Go ahead and see if you're able to go ahead and say, hey, I know that person doesn't have everything, but hey, let me try to go ahead and improve on the things that are important to me. Like, improve on the things that are important to me. Like, okay, say for example, you're a person that's all about sex. Like, sex is the most important thing to you. That person has money, they did all of that, but the sex is whack. It's completely whack. Try to see if you can work it out to see if you could make that person better. Make that person better. If that's the only issue they got, if that's the only issue that they got, try to see. Sex is something. It depends. It depends on what the situation is. Maybe he ain't got it all.
Let's segue over into this body count situation.
Okay,
newlywed husband shocked after hearing his wife's body count. You know what I'm saying? I got this video. I don't know how in depth it's going to get into that, but we're all adults. We can all analyze it like adults. So let's go.
Have to be effective. Y'all don't. You could be a 2 out of 10, but be rich, and now you're gonna pull some of the most attractive women ever.
Yeah.
So men have it easier
when it comes to like standards and off of first look.
She really said that.
What?
She must be around certain kind of guys. She's not around the everyday.
Oh no, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Women have to look top notch to get y'all's attention. Y'all could just have money. You could be in a strip club.
That's so cute.
That's
real talk. Real talk. She's not lying.
Okay, well
she's not lying. She's not lying.
She ain't lying a bit, huh?
She's not lying. She's not lying. Like,
so it's easier.
Men got money. If he got money.
So how hard is it to get money though?
He gonna get bitches.
See, that's what we're talking about. Grow on trees and stuff. Money growing.
Y'all making it sound like
everything else doesn't matter.
Like getting the money, all you got to do is have money.
Saying, but that's for certain women. But that's for certain women. Like if that man has money, that's all he got to worry about is having money. Why you think that men be going to get money? Like I'm not saying all men. I mean, their main motivation is to be to have money, things of that nature.
Yeah, Here'll be the crazy thing. Here'll be the crazy thing. We just saying have money. There ain't no telling what this nigga had to do to get the money.
Exactly, but again, that these men will go.
But it's automatically easier for
the devil to get money. They'll sell their soul to the devil to get the money.
He gotta know how to make that money look too, to even attract him, for her to know he got money.
And then there's clowns that got money too. There's clowns that got money, and then you ain't gonna fuck with a nigga that's a clown. Like some of them, right. But I say that it comes with that type of woman too. Like again, when I say that, it's to that certain man and that type of woman too. If a woman is all about a man having money, she gonna choose any clown that got money. She gonna choose any clown that got money because it ain't nothing to make no money. It's nothing to make some money.
Oh, okay.
You know.
All right. Yeah, then I tell you what, we talk about it ain't nothing to make no money.
I'm just saying, like, if you're a person that's
the
on
average
your
black
shit,
household don't got $500.
I understand that, but again, that your hustle ain't go. You ain't getting your hustle in. If that person ain't got no ambition, that person don't got no.
I'm just saying what's going on because motherfuckers is making it sound collective.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like this. No, like I said again, two things can be true at the same time. Like, in all honesty, I came from one lifestyle, coming from one place to a whole completely different lifestyle, coming to another place. And that's me. That has to be in you to want to make the money. That got to be in you to do that. It's not a lot of people. It's not in them for them to hustle. It ain't in them to go ahead and do what they got to do in order for them to make money. You don't got to go ahead and sell your soul to the devil in order to make to make the money that you want to make. It got to be in you to do that. It got to be in you to want to. Your priorities got to be in order. You got to have that mindset that, hey, I'm gonna do what I need to do for my family. Things of that nature. There's a lot of niggas that got families that don't do shit for their families. You feel me? Like I said, it has to be in you to do that. It has to be in you. It's not in a lot of people. There's people that's sitting in their household right now and they don't know how they're gonna rub 2 quarters together or 2 pennies together because they ain't got no hustle in them. There's people that lose their job today and they don't know what to do and would not know what to do. There's the people that would lose a job today and then they know exactly what they need to do. It's got to be in you for that. There's a lot of people that ain't in them, you know? And that's just what that is. It's just what it is. So then when I say that anybody can make some money, I mean that, hey, there is all type of resources out here for you to make money. You don't got to do it illegally. I don't make illegal money. I make good money. I don't make illegal money. It's not illegal. I didn't never have to do anything illegal for me to make the money that I make. I just knew that I had a skill. I had a skill and I profited off the skill that I had.
Right.
Don't even have to be attractive to look attractive. Women have filters, makeup, waist trainers, fake hair, fake nails, fake lashes, fake boobs, fake butts. A woman can go from looking like this to looking like this in the time it takes me to watch an episode of Game of Thrones. Modern women will wear all that fake stuff and still want a real man. And that's why I always say modern average women only care about the men that they want, the men that they see on the social media apps, which are predominantly rappers, actors, and entertainers. They see those men and then they see the women that those men hang around and they go, I want to look like that, even if it means it ruins my chances with an average guy. Heck, if a woman's making a certain amount of money, she will.
Hey, he was going in.
Wants a second chance with the world got away. For a woman who's slipping away right now.
He was cutting in. Hold on.
No, but I'm just saying like this. When he says
that,
when he
dig
says
in.
that, he's right to certain extent because in all honesty, women
right,
see the type of women they look. There's certain type of women that they look at the women that are getting these type of men, and they're like, okay, I want to be that type of woman. That's those women that want to be those type of woman. Well, you talking about a regular woman. But we're talking about a regular woman. We're not talking about these thoughts and these Insta thoughts and stuff like that want the ball players and the rappers and all that stuff. We're talking about regular women when they have these surgeries and do all these extra stuff. Because we're living in a society where.
Hey, look, all I know is this.
We're living in a society where.
Hey, look, I know this. There's more women with waist trainers than they got AAA right now.
Your ass is a mess. I can't do shit.
Let me let this boy. This boy was cutting in, man. Hold up.
Admit, I'd rather die alone than be with an average man. And the irony of it all is the women they want to look like to obtain the men that they think that they want have the shortest marriages of them all. And let's just be completely honest. As a woman, you don't even have to be that attractive. If you go to the gym and maintain a decent body, which everybody should strive to do, not only for your looks, but also for your health. But if you do that one thing alone, there's always going to be some guy that's willing to be in a relationship with you.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
So then that's why women know, but understanding now we live in a society where men are saying, oh, we don't want this type of woman, we don't want that type of woman, we don't want this type of woman, we want that type of woman. So then next you know, you're going by the what social media says is the standard. We're going by
that's why we need to get our ass on social media.
Social media is saying that is the woman that men like. So then that's why we're like, okay, well, in order for me to get a man, that I need to go ahead and look like this type of woman. So that's why women are putting the waist trainers on. That's why women are go ahead and
that's what I said. It's just for the pump and dump, though. It's just for the pump and dump.
Okay, so then if you saw an aesthetically pleasing woman walking down the street, she's aesthetically pleasing, beautiful. Beautiful woman. She got a little backside, you know what I'm saying? She got a little nice little rock on her, things of that nature and stuff like that. You think that's the first thing you think, oh, I'm gonna fuck this girl, and that's it. That's all I want from her. Is that the only thing? Or when once you get to know and you see her mind is right,
and it's
fake.
Like, oh, it's fake or it's real.
Whether it's fake or not. She can still be a woman of substance, even if she's had her body altered. It doesn't mean that she's not a woman of substance.
Yeah, she's of substance, but she has extremely low self-esteem in my eye.
Okay, so it doesn't mean
somebody that would do something like that to me has
and I'm gonna tell you that right now. I used to be, before I lost all my weight, I used to be a woman that was 320 pounds. Every bit of 320 pounds, and I never was happy with that. I was never happy with that. You know what I'm saying? I go ahead. One day I looked in the mirror and I just was like, I gotta change this because I can't live the rest of my life like this. I was in relationships, but I never was in a meaningful relationship. Not because of my weight, but basically because, hey, you know what I'm saying? I didn't love myself. So I allowed certain situations to happen because I didn't love myself. I didn't love myself. Right. That didn't have nothing to do with the men. I'm not blaming the men. I'm saying that for me, I didn't love myself. So I allowed certain things to happen because I didn't love myself. So then I started losing the weight. I started going to the gym.
That's not.
Hold on. I started losing the weight. I started going to the gym. I started going to this. I started seeing the nutritionist, things of that nature, all this stuff like that. And I lost a significant amount of weight. Being that after I lost a significant amount of weight, I noticed that there were certain things like I had sagging skin, or my breasts was not as they weren't as pronounced as they used to be, things of that nature, because I lost all that weight, you know. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I lost the weight, but then I'm still like, when I look at myself in the mirror, I still don't like what I see, because it's just the fact that my breasts aren't as plump as they used to be. I'm noticing I have sagging skin because I was a big person for a long time, and then I had sagging skin, things of that nature. So then I say, you know what? Maybe I need to go ahead and go ahead and try to see if I can explore other avenues to try to go ahead and lose some of these the things that I've gained since I've lost weight. Okay, go to the gym. You're only gonna lose so much. Your breast is not gonna be plump after you go to the gym. You're gonna lose mass because, of course, you've lost all that weight, so you've lost all the mass. You feel me? So you don't have all that mass anymore, and it's flat, it's deflated, things of that nature. Okay, men will tell you all day, oh, baby, I love you, all that stuff like that, but it's not about the man. It's about me. How I feel,
that's low self-esteem, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's low self-esteem, but that's me. But that has nothing to do with the men. Men always think that, oh, because women have surgery because of men. It's not really the men. We're doing it because of ourselves, because of how we feel about ourselves. And let me tell you something. It's not the men that are the worst critics. It's the women that are the worst critics. Women are the worst critics.
So if a guy just said, you know, his dick ain't as big as it used to be.
You hear a man say, oh, I want a woman with surgery. You never hear a man say, oh, I rather a woman with perfect tits and perfect booty. You never hear men say that. They say, oh, I want a woman that is aesthetically a pleaser, but you never hear men say, oh, I want a woman with perfect boobs and perfect booty and all this stuff. You never hear a man say that. It's the women that are the worst critics.
So, but that's a sign of, because you should be comfortable with the way God made you.
No, yes. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something.
So you shouldn't be? Are you saying
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is
like
that
rather if you got
listen to what I'm telling you, because I'm saying it from a woman's point of view.
The way God made
I'm giving it to you from a woman's point of view. That's what I'm telling you. Like you say, you give things from a man's point of view. I'm giving it from a woman's point of view. A woman that looks at herself every day and does not like her. Yes, it could be low self-esteem. No lie, it can be low self-esteem. But yeah, it is. It is low self-esteem, but that's not a negative thing either. Everybody has something that they're insecure about. Everyone.
No, it's self-conscious about, but it's not low self-esteem.
And everyone has something that they have a subconscious about, something that is like a damn, how I'm saying this. Yeah, everybody has an insecurity. Everyone has insecurities. All of us. Even the most beautiful woman has an insecurity.
But when you go to that far, though, that's
so what that mean? Like, if you,
I just don't think guys are doing
that. If that's something that you don't like about yourself, improve it. I'm always a person that's like that. Just the same way it's about making money. If you don't like the money that you make, go ahead and get an education or go ahead and go into something else so that you can make the money that you want to make. That's about improving your life, period. That comes in every aspect of life. If you don't like the place that you are in, change it. Now, I've always been a person that was like that. Always been about that. So then one day when I looked in that mirror and I was like, damn, I'm 320 pounds and I didn't like how I look, that's what I did. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like how I was presenting myself. So I changed that. So mind you, with the surgery thing, it's like it's a double-edged sword. With the surgery, it's a double-edged sword.
You risked your life, though. That's a risk of your life.
You risk your life walking down the street every day.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm not gonna lie. Be honest with you. You risk
that.
your life walking down the street every day. You risk your life going into a store every day that you don't get shot up. I done heard many times that somebody just walked into a store and they got shot up. Or
but it's more of a risk
you go to the bar. You go to the bar and you didn't know it was gonna get shot up that night. And you lost your life. Stuff like that. Everything that you do in life, you take a risk. Everything you do in life, take a risk. Yeah, it's a risk. It was a risk I'm willing to take. It was a risk that I was willing to take at the time. Yeah, I lost weight. I could have easily just stayed the way I was and lost my life because of diabetes and all that stuff like that. I could have easily stayed the way I was because people be always talking about, oh, you gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself. Yeah, I gotta love myself, and I gotta love the person I am inside and out also. It doesn't mean that I hate myself because I end up losing the weight. It doesn't mean I hated myself. It's just because
you'll be a healthier person.
I'll be a healthier person. And I love who I see when I look in the mirror. I love who I see when I look in the mirror. It's not a bad thing to want to go ahead and alter and improve on what you see is a problem for yourself. You the person who got to live in that body. Nobody else has to live in that body.
Our grandparents couldn't do it. You know, our grandma.
What you mean grandparents couldn't do it? They didn't do it because they couldn't do it and they didn't have the means to do it. Now women are able. Women have the means. They're able
this
to
is the modern. This is the modern woman that
I'm just saying it's a modern thing. Hey, in all honesty, I'd rather go ahead and look at myself and be like, hey, I like how I look, than for me to be like, you know what, I gotta just deal with it because society tells me that if I have surgery, that I don't love myself. Like
we just didn't see women just risking their life like this.
I understand that there's women that they do it for different reasons. I'm not. I don't promote
the men
that
move
people
like
are
that.
doing it. They do it for different reasons. Again, don't put everybody in one box. There are women that they do it because, hey, in all honesty, I didn't like how I look. I want to go ahead and look. I want to look aesthetically pleasing for myself, not only for men. I'm doing it for myself. I like that. When I put clothes on, that it looks right on me. I don't have to wear a waist trainer. I don't have to wear this. I don't have to do all the extras for me to go ahead and walk around and look aesthetic.
Let me let dude dig in.
Now it might not be Drake, but you're gonna have a guy. But like she said, as a man, all you gotta do is be rich. All you gotta do is sacrifice your 20s to work 80 hours a week and build strong social circles with other powerful men to help you climb the corporate ladder. Then maybe you can get a girlfriend or you can get a wife, in which case 50% of those fail, and there's a 50% chance where you'll lose half of everything you've worked your entire life for. Men sure do have it easy. It's like taking candy from a baby.
Do you feel like men go to a woman that is underneath them or beneath them so that way they can feel superior? I'm gonna give you an example. I have someone that's really, really close to me and he just got out of a relationship. Now he's in a new one. And that girl that he's now with doesn't look up to par. And this girl looks like she still needs help.
So she's saying that men date women that are not aesthetically pleasing because they feel that it makes him feel better, or he doesn't have to worry that this woman's gonna want him for his money or things of that nature. but then the more aesthetically pleasing woman would want him just for his money. So then he chooses to deal with a woman that is not as aesthetically pleasing as the next woman. I don't know. I'm trying to get when you make a statement like that, you have to give the meat and the potatoes. I got to see the whole thing.
Someone that is official, someone that looks like she still needs help. And so he said, well, I don't want someone that is superficial, someone that cares about social media and all into their looks and doesn't care about money. But I feel like a lot of men will settle for a woman who looks less than, so that way they are not pressed to step up.
I do feel like that. I do feel like some men want to feel like men. And I always tell you this, like men want to feel like men. And some men cannot feel like that with a top-notch female. You know
I think she's ridiculously bogus and gaslighting. But what do you think, Genesis? You think men are like that?
She's basically saying that the women that are more aesthetically pleasing, that men, that certain men would not gravitate to them because they feel that they have to step up, they have to have more money, they have to do this. They know that being with the type of woman, but that men have made society like that. Men, let me tell you something. Men have made it like that. Men have made these women that are more the bad bitches or the more aesthetically pleasing women feel that men have to step it up in order to get with you. Men have made this like this.
But real ones know that, it'll be the woman look like this way, woman look this way.
And even Kevin Samuels said it.
And when you meet her, it's a whole other
ball. 9, a 7, a 8, a 9, a 10, in order for a man that makes this type of money for a man to want to deal with you, or for a man to want to wife you and all that stuff. You got to be an 8, 9, or 10. So why you think that these women are thinking in their mind, damn, I got to go ahead and do this, I got to do that, in order for a man, for those type of men to want me? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that there ain't women out there that's not like that. And then there are women that they're born naturally pretty, like they're beautiful, they're already beautiful, so they feel like, hey, I'm gonna get the bag because my looks are alone is gonna get me the bag. And men make it so all the time. All the time, and men prove this point all the time, and that's why these women feel like that, because men make them feel like that, because they got the men that's paying them, they got the men that paying for OnlyFans, they got the men paying for all type of stuff just because she pretty. Literally, when I lost weight, I'm not gonna lie to you, and I lost weight when I.
Well, how's it harder though? How's it easier for men?
Once I lost the weight, I felt that the quality of the men that I was meeting, I was meeting more quality men as soon as I lost the weight. When I was bigger, I'm not saying men wasn't checking for me. Yeah, they got men that like big girls. But the men that the type of men that I meet now is not the same men that I was meeting before. That's not the type of men I was meeting before. And and that's why I say Kevin Samuels was right to a certain extent. He was right.
Round of applause for Kevin Samuels. See, now y'all, he say when Kevin Samuels say this, niggas mad, but you see, you just admitted it.
I just admitted it, and I like I said, I know that certain things that Kevin Samuels said was right. I did say that. I never said everything that he said I didn't agree with. There was a lot of stuff that he said I do agree with. So that's why I can say that. I could say that honestly. As soon as I lost the weight and as soon as I started looking more aesthetically pleasing, I met different types of men. I met different type of men that were on another level. You feel me? On another level.
They do better. You have to ask them. I really think it has something to do with their inner self-esteem.
Do you run into that?
I don't run into that. I made more money than somebody before. But see, that gave him motivation. It didn't really make him, but he did cheat on me with someone else.
Is anybody going to tell her that for long-term relationships, men care about, at least the good men that I know, care more about character than they do looks? Men do that because we understand the risk of paternity and we understand the risk of divorce. And if you're a woman that cares about nothing outside of your own vanity and you prioritize making money over family, you're not a safe bet, because when the going gets tough, you're probably going to lean on what you know. You're going to take half. And for the woman that got cheated on, I don't condone the behavior. It's horrible. Obviously, he should have never have done that. Now that that's out the way, he probably cheated just because the opportunity.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Hey, it's amazing how when we talk, we got to put a disclaimer on everything. You know,
right?
We got to put a disclaimer on everything because we wouldn't be able to get to the next sentence
conversation.
You know? Yeah. You know, we won't be able to get there. You know,
this man right here.
Women think that men cheat how women cheat because when women cheat, they try to cheat with the man that's better than their current man. But when men cheat, it's literally because the opportunity presented itself, and men are not naturally designed to reject sexual opportunity. Just think about it like this. Almost every woman on the planet could probably learn how to bench 135 pounds. Now, it would take a lot of discipline because they're not naturally designed to lift heavy weights. Men are not naturally designed to reject sexual.
This guy, he's a men are not designed. He got a point there.
I'm listening to him, bro. I kind of agree with some of this shit he's talking about.
And he got a fast growing channel too. His channel.
Now, continuing with what the guy's saying, I'm actually listening to the brother and what he's saying.
So you listening now?
No, but I was listening before.
We had to cool you off a little bit.
It takes a different level of discipline. When women encouraged the sexual liberation movement and taught young women that it's okay to sleep with random men, who did you think that they were going to sleep with? They're going to sleep with men who either have resources or they think is attractive. And guess who has at least one of those two things? Your husband. Either way, at the end of the day, in the short term, men are not naturally selective, but in the long term...
Let's go. I told you he does this every time. I told you he do this. I fuck with this dude. Let's go.
Hey, listen.
Man, this isn't the best information, but
hey, and
we want to be honest. We want clarity.
And guess who has at least one of the two? Your husband.
Hey, and he just, you feel me? He just keeps on going. He don't even pause.
Random men. Who did you think that they were going to sleep with? They're going to sleep with men who either have resources or they think is attractive. And guess who has at least one of those two things? Your husband. Either way, at the end of the day, in the short term, men are not naturally selective, but in the long term, we tend to be a lot more selective, especially when it comes to character.
What's the most humbling experience you've ever had?
Without a question, that would be waking up in the hospital after being married 28 years and your wife's gone. She run off with another man. I was in there for back surgery, but I didn't know she was already seeing someone else. It was a shock. It was something I wasn't aware of. I even had an imagination that would happen after being married 28 years.
Damn.
That wasn't the bad part. It's just being blindsided and not realizing the groundwork that was being taken place. She was getting a post office box, selling my house. I went from having a house on the golf course, house at the beach at Gulf Shores, to no house at all. And basically the Alabama lawyer put me on the street without just anything that I worked all my life for, and now I'm 68. You know, I wish I'd made better plans.
Wow.
Somebody told me one time,
are you serious?
save
The
money,
one,
so money
the
can
one,
save
the
you.
one out of a
I didn't
million
make any
that's happened to all of a sudden. Oh my
Everybody
God!
watching this that can learn from my mistake.
Yeah, he said anybody watching this can learn from his mistakes. Thank you,
Man.
Forrest Gump. Thank you, bro.
That's the same thing with women saying that old man let her go ahead. She was his wife and his secretary for 15 years, and all of a sudden her with the young bitch. And all
Here be the funny thing.
That's a once in a lifetime type bullshit.
It's
man.
all dude.
Not saying that it doesn't happen, but like in all honesty, like
so you know, and this is what I say about women. Everything is a contest except for the, you know,
bettering their self.
All these different stories. Now everybody else's story.
You breaking up.
He in the matrix.
Let me get him back in here.
They do.
This man worked for 28 plus years to provide a certain lifestyle for his family, and while he was having back surgery, the person that was supposed to be nurturing him was stealing his money and running off with another man.
They do what these men be knowing what type of females they got.
Hey, he summed it up.
And I'm gonna say it right now. Most of the time, these men know what type of woman they got. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Like, a man, he decides that he gonna wife a woman. He know what type of woman he got. Because ain't no, you know how they say that men control who they wife, and then women control who they have sex with. A man controls who he has wife. He know what type of woman he got. He know what type of woman he got. He know type of woman he gonna marry. He know that, if he marry this woman, he knows everything about her, or at least the most about her. Ain't nobody can lie that much. Ain't nobody can hide who they are for that long. Ain't unless you marry her within a month of meeting her. If you've been in a relationship with her for a while, a year, 2, 3, 4 years, and you done been with this woman for a while, you pretty much know what you got. So then when you go and you decide, hey, I want to wife her, I want to marry her, this and that, you should know who you have. You should know who you have.
I don't think they go into it though. Like,
I don't think this dude,
just knowing the person gonna possibly get them for that bag in the long run. I don't think they do it.
Women, all of a sudden, that women be like, you know what, I'm gonna get this nigga for the bag.
Like, you think it's love and shit.
You ain't never cheated. You ain't
see
seen no love in this woman's eyes ever. You never saw no love in her. All of a sudden, she went and got me for the bag.
Listen.
All of a sudden, you ain't never seen no telltale signs that the girl was about the bag from the beginning. You ain't never saw them signs. Never saw them signs.
Listen, women will destroy a whole family over catching their man cheating.
Okay.
Like, it's not uncommon for women to do some ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, I'm not saying that that's not true. But if a man is cheating and a man continues doing that type of thing, I'm just saying cheating is relative. Cheating is relative.
I mean, there's so much. I mean, I'm not gonna say that
cheating is relative.
It's low on the totem pole, but there's a lot of things, that
cheating
are far
is
more
relative.
detrimental to a relationship
man
than that. But that's another argument though. Let's see what this
argument.
guy.
That's another argument.
He could have called her anything outside of a child of God, and I would have agreed with him, and I don't even know this woman, and his biggest regret was that he didn't see it coming. If there was any situation where I would have to agree and say it's okay to not take accountability, it would be that one, and he still took accountability. And this is why I think our current system is rigged to ruin American families. There's no way any competent system would think that it's okay to put two people in a contract where one person is financially incentivized to leave the contract and are doing so at a 75% rate just because they're scrolling on Instagram and they think they can get a man that's going to give them a better life. And I'm saying this as a fan of marriage. I think marriage is good for men, women, and children. And I think if you look at most of the data, it's going to support that claim. But you can't expect men to keep signing up for a bloodbath.
Y'all just got married, right? Just today,
Yes,
like 4 hours ago. Okay, and do you guys know each other's body count? Yes. No. Okay, body count, no. That's irrelevant. Is it? Yes, past is the past. Like, this is my future. Are you willing to admit it right now?
9.
9?
Nigga, like, what? What?
That's irrelevant. No, that's irrelevant.
Wow.
That's irrelevant.
Like, what?
Oh, really?
Fair
Earlier
use.
research found that having multiple sex partners prior to marriage could lead to less happy marriages and often increased odds of divorce. For all three cohorts, women who married as virgins had the lowest divorce rates by far. The craziest part is a woman with 9 bodies in 2022 is damn near the Virgin Mary. Men have to stop coping with
Wow.
That's real shit.
Wow.
That's real shit.
So you really go ahead and take that, take the account. Like, okay, so you really take the account that a woman, because she has less sexual partners, that she's more valuable than a woman that's been.
No, he said that women.
What the statistics? The statistics.
The statistics support.
That they stay married by far though. It's like by far,
Like I'm pretty sure dudes from 2-parent households do better at marriage than dudes that like nigga don't know his daddy.
Yeah, there's many statistics
Okay, so what
out there. Many
I'm saying
statistics
is
out
that
there.
it's the statistics. It's not the opinion. He's not giving you his opinion. He's giving you the information.
Okay.
Right. He's digging in where it counts.
Okay.
Female promiscuity by lying to themselves and saying that it doesn't matter. It does. This is the first time in American history.
So does the body count matter, Genesis, or not? I'm gonna give you the floor.
Oh Jesus. Oh. It depends on the woman. I'm not gonna lie. It depends on the woman. It depends on the woman. I honestly feel like it depends on the woman. I feel like a woman holding on to her values and a woman that is not easily giving herself away. Yeah, it does matter. It does matter. Now, do men appreciate it most times? No, because most times these are the women that are not more sexually skilled, or women that are not more how you say
I thought sex was a skill that you
learn.
her.
It's something that you learn.
But it's something that you teach her. It's like I don't necessarily think that a woman needs a whole bunch of bodies to be.
You don't have to have a whole bunch of bodies in order for a man.
Skilled.
Yeah. You don't have to have a whole bunch of bodies for you to be sexually skilled. You don't have to be a whole bunch of bodies. You could be with your one man and you teach everything, or that man teaches you everything, or y'all learn together. Y'all learn together. But then as we grow older, you get older. That unless you found that person when y'all was young. When y'all was young and y'all stayed together throughout all those years, that's not what we live. That's not the times we're living in now. We're living in times where you're getting older, this and that and stuff like that. And then you're with the woman and you find out that she's not that sexually. For some men, that's okay. And be like, hey, I could teach her, saying things of that nature, certain things she don't like, she not gonna do, she ain't gonna do. Some men, they're like, I ain't really on the teaching at this point. I need a woman that already knows how to please me, or would already know how to please me, things of that nature. Like I said, it depends on that type of man. Everybody is different. Everyone is different.
Yeah, any guy that doesn't have the patience and they got a good woman and standing in front of them, the patience to figure her out sexually, because it goes both ways.
It go both ways. We don't fit when we first meet. It's not an automatic fit when you first meet.
If a motherfucker just say, all right, that's it, that's a wrap. Even a woman, that's some shallow. She probably ain't gonna be the one for you anyway.
That's
keep
real.
It pushing.
For girls from
it depends on that person. It depends
have more sexual partners than boys and men in that same category. Our forefathers would be laughing at us for the things that we accept from women. Where girls from the age of 15 to 24 have more sexual partners than boys and men in that same category. Our forefathers would be laughing at us for the things that we accept from women and the men that we've become. But I guess we do have smartphones and airplanes, so maybe we've done pretty well for ourselves. Till next time.
Hey. That's how they giving it up. That's how they giving it up. It was a good show. We definitely got it in. You dig? Cleezy B came through. Go check out the Cleezy B TV. You dig? You guys gotta go check my boy out. I'm gonna let my boy get the hold up. How do I do this? Oh shit. Okay, here we go. Let me get Cleezy B right there, man. This is Cleezy B, man. You dig? So, yeah, man. Talk to him. Let him know where they can find you and when your next thing going on and all of that.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, appreciate you for having me up, man. This was entertaining. It was fun, man. You know, it was informative at the same time. You know, as far as the podcast, you can find me on YouTube and all streaming platforms. Yeah, man, the Past Journey and Present Progression podcast, YouTube, all streaming platforms. Man, appreciate you for having me up, man.
Oh yeah, man. It's always a pleasure. I'm gonna send you the link. That's how I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just send a link out. Boom, boom, boom. You know, whoever's up to it, you ain't doing nothing. Get up on here and flav with your boy. Appreciate y'all for coming through. You dig?
Dr. Hood.
Any last words, Genesis of Death Chef?
Hold on to
we begged you again this time, Genesis.
I know you did. But women, please hold on to your virtue, hold on to your values. Don't think that this whole era is it. Like, hold on to your virtue, hold on to your bodies, hold on to your value. Understand that your power is within you. Don't compromise your morals and your values for a check. There you go.
Def Chef.
Yeah, but you already know me. In turn, I often and always have a message to the men. To the men, I say, no matter what inventions come out, no matter what new technology we have, there's going to be an expectation of you as a man. So just know that. Time will never change that.
Sure.
Man, I could dig it. It was a good show. You know how we do. How we motherfucking do.
Oh.
You know, I always got some heat for that ass before we get up out of here. You dig? Y'all can jump down anytime, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
I was sleeping on the floor in that dope hole. I'm selling blue and hazy, but they never seen no snow. I'm shaking dice, I got 100 on that 10 of 4. Don't ask me where I'm from, nigga, I'm your man. I got some rocks off in my sock, and I keep a Glock. I got a 30 on this bitch, it go ba ba ba. I don't play around with niggas, they go ba ba ba. I see the Jakes pulling up, I'ma shake the spot. And this shit be hella hot, they coming non-stop. I be thumping out an AZ, I got it yang. Still got some P's touching down at ST. How you speaking on 100 man? You don't know me. How you say you copping them slabs, you in the city? How you say you plugged up, you ain't heard about me? I'm a real black Migo, I serve everything. I don't care how you get money, man, just get your dough. I was sleeping on the floor in that dope hole. I'm selling blue and hazy, but they never seen no snow. I'm shaking dice, I got 100 on that 10 of 4. Don't ask me where I'm from, nigga, I'm your man. I got some rocks off in my sock, and I keep a Glock.
Bet something, shoot something, we betting gold stacks. 1,000 ways to get this paper, you heard what the song say. I know niggas turn state, so watch your moves. These niggas snakes, these niggas whack, that's all of a song. Don't be no fool. I'm fucking with 100 man, running up, run through 100 band. Talk about tabs, sipping on drink, you know we pouring up candy. I turn a 2 to a 4 and a 4 to an 8. I heard the alarm, we don't fuck with the Jake. You fucking with streets, you getting that cake. I don't give a fuck, nigga, how you getting that pay. I'm known for knocking your bitch and turning her up. These other niggas bluff, you know we cutting up. Yeah, we get to that money.
I don't care how you get money, man, just get your dough. I was sleeping on the floor in that dope hole. I'm selling blue and hazy, but they never seen no snow. I'm shaking dice, I got 100 on that 10 of 4. Don't ask me where I'm from, nigga, I'm your man. I got some rocks off in my sock, and I keep a Glock. I got a 30 on this bitch, it go ba ba ba. I don't play around with niggas, they go ba ba ba.